thought Will Butte played at NC State. Welcome back to our continued coverage on Field 6 of the TST, the soccer tournament, with $1 million on the line for 48 men's teams and $1 million on the line for 16 women's teams. It'll be all men on this field today as we get ready now for what will be a Group E matchup. Let me tell you a little bit about the teams. The Reggae Rovers are the rhythm of football, teams of players from all over the Caribbean. The team celebrates the diverse styles and cultures of footballing nations throughout the Caribbean Sea. Their team consists of players with professional experience spanning the United States, Europe, Asia, and various national teams, bringing a wealth of diverse experience to the field. After capturing the hearts of TST fans around the globe, the Reggae Rovers look to improve upon last year's quarterfinal appearance and reach the TST mountaintop. And they will face a team making their first appearance in now what is the third, we hope, annual TST here at Wakeman Soccer Park. Dark Horse NC United, started by two guys who were born and raised locally and grew up playing soccer together. After becoming fans of TSC, they began to work toward their goal of building a team of local grassroots soccer talent to compete at TST. They look forward to proudly representing their state and showcasing North Carolina's exceptional talent on a global stage. The head coach is Andrew Tate, assistant coach Dewan Bader, two of my favorite people in the game, and they know they got a tough challenge against this Reggae Rovers team. Called their team last year a couple times, and they really do play the beautiful game, and they do play it with rhythm. You saw the starting lineups, but I'll go ahead and give them to you anyway, as it'll be them all night in goal for the Reggae Rovers. Ricardo Thomas wearing number 6, O'Neal Fisher 91, Shavari Willis number 4, Rashiki Kelson number 19, Shea Benny number 10, and Giovanni Bryan number 45. The starting lineup for Andrew Tate's Dark Horse NC United: Jackson Wicker in goal, Benji Osai a defender, John Conley, Joseph Butte, the son of Gary Butte, the super successful executive director of NCFC Youth, Tate Lawrence. They also have Mbai number 10 and Quinn Wicker. Parker O'Farrell is on the roster as well. He plays at North Carolina, played here for North Carolina FC, including in some games. Eliel Kwak is also on the roster. His brother is on the full team for NCFC. All right, so Dark Horse United are going to have the pink and black uniforms, whereas the Reggae Rovers will have the white uniforms. $1 million on the line in this one. You've got the starting lineups. You know what group they're playing in. You know the importance of that first group win. Massive, of course. Remember, the Golden Fleece will be awarded at the end of target score to the player who scores the winning goal, not the MVP. Every match has this award, sponsored by Adidas. In addition to the fleece, the winner gets a lifetime pass to TST and the TBT. Remember the target score rules. And of course, we thank the city of Cary. We're underway here. The Reggae Rovers and Dark Horse NC United. Dark Horse playing it into space, trying to find Joseph Butte. Joseph has another brother, Will, who played collegiate soccer, and a sister that played collegiate soccer. A great family under Gary and Fane Butte. Incredible, talented family. Dark Horse, NC United, pretty good ball, far side, as they try to find Tate Lawrence. It's one back here by Ricardo Thomas. Thomas now with the right foot. Decent ball, middle of the park. Got some space here. There's Butte. This will roll all the way back. Just underway. Dark Horse, NC United, Reggae Rovers, Group E action. Oh, and what a goal here for the Reggae Rovers. A picture-perfect finish, and they usually have a little rhythm in their dance as well in their celebration. The goal coming from Ricardo Thomas. So Thomas with a splendid goal.
Reggae Rovers 1, Dark Horse NC United, no score.
So it's 1-0, Reggae Rovers on top.
In white, Dark Horse NC United.
Number 21, Lucas Sousa.
Reggae Rovers in their all white. See a lot of familiar faces from that team last year that was quite good and already has the 1-0 lead. Dark Horse NC United will play it back.
At the end of the first half, West Ham and Brown Ballers FC are still scoreless.
Going the other way, chance to make it 2-0. So Joseph Butte had a brother who played at NC State named Will Butte. Joseph Butte played at UAB, coming the other way and trying to earn a penalty kick. They can't do it. But it looks like they are going to give it a corner, so it'll be a corner kick coming for Dark Horse NC United. They like to go short corner. Wearing the captain's armband for Andrew Tate is John Conley, number 25. Brett Long, a key part of putting this team together. Mad props to him. And then to reaching out to a true gentleman in Sir Andrew Tate. Dark Horse trying to find the answer. It's Reed, the goalkeeper. And Reed's going to drop it quickly as he'll find Dwayne Atkinson. Atkinson has it taken away. Played back to the feet of Conley. Conley looking for an opening. Tried to drop one in. Crashing down on it is Hugo. Headed beautifully there by Ricardo Thomas. He's got the goal and just made a great play there. It'll be a whistle called against number 15, John Paul Rockford. About 14 minutes left or so. It is a festival, a great day as it's not too hot. having perhaps even an early morning cerveza or a coffee. Either one works fine. Little turn here by the Reggae Rovers trying to add to their 1-0 lead, and they can't quite do it. In goal, Jackson Wicker, wearing number 89, has had to pick just one out of the net as Dark Horse United trail 1-0 against this talented Reggae Rovers. A really tough draw for a team that was put together kind of late in the game, but put together with a purpose, as Andrew Tate and the gang has done a really nice job. Dark Horse United, good work there from Ali Akwak. One back by the Rovers. The Rovers have the ability to really play with a lot of speed. And at times, because of that, they can make this field a lot bigger than it is. Their spacing is great. Their runs are great. Nice squared balls, good patience. Just a really good team. Dwayne on the ball. They'll play it all the way back to Willis. Good touches, good give and goes, nice runs, good defense by Dark Horse NC United dealing with those give and goes. Did not get taken out of the play, but right now Reggae Rovers enjoying some time on the ball, trying to turn on it. Good job defensively by James Carroll, number 5. Carroll's got to do it again as he tries to deal with Fisher, number 91. Headed out of there. Into the game now for Dark Horse is Michael Monahan, who's got a big oven glove on an injured right hand, but he's out there giving it his best. Mentioned soccer.com earlier. They are on the jerseys of Dark Horse NC United. Stepped in and taken away by Shivani Willis. And it's picked up by Jackson Wicker, whose team trails 1-0. Coming up on this field after our game, the Raleigh Rebels will give it their best shot, as they have an entertaining team, always do, always make a deep run, led by Cam Steele, who spent time with the Carolina Railhawks /NCFC. He brings a different kind of energy to that team, and they've added Jeremy Kelly, who's had a great pro career, played in MLS several years, actually even during his academy days played for NCFC. Went to the Tar Heels, then went to MLS, has been playing over in England, and is now back home, perhaps looking for his next deal or going back there, but he'll play in that next game as well. 1-0 in this one, as we look for some action here from Dark Horse NC United. That one is not going to challenge number 13, Fabian Reed, the goalkeeper for the Reggae Rovers, who lead at 1-0. Some big, giant players for Dark Horse United, as Hugo Campanin in there now. Great move here on this side by number 7, Atkinson, back across again. Decent opportunity, but now a chance for a counter for Dark Horse NC United. Couple touches. Bainin loses it. So now here come the Rovers, up 1-0. Courtesy of a beautiful goal from Ricardo Thomas. Coming the other way. Dark Horse NC United showing a little bite. Like what I see out of them, as that run coming from Kofi. Calling for now is Tate Lawrence, number 32. He'd like to get it, and they'll get it to him. Here's Lawrence wearing 32 for Dark Horse NC United. It's right back to Lawrence. Lawrence could get a shot off here. Decent move, takes a shot, and a save. A big-time save coming there from the Reggae Rovers to keep this one at 1-0. Reed gets his paw on it, and that's why we stay at 1-0. We got 9 minutes remaining in this first half. Sent back across again. Now the Rovers can counter. Remember, no offside, no sliding tackles, no throw-ins. Good ball across and a finish. And beautifully played. The transition was on, and the finish for the Reggae Rovers will come from Chevy Wash. So Wash has made it 2-0. Reggae Rovers now lead it over our good friends Dark Horse NC United. So good on the transition, the Reggae Rovers. Couple great passes.
Scoreline number 9, Kadeem Corman.
So Kadeem Corman.
Number 6, Ricardo.
And now Thomas with a goal and an assist. Two players down right now. Reggae Rovers, Benny is down at the moment. Or rather, that's Atkinson. And Mbai is down at the moment for Dark Horse NC United. Mbai is up with a little bit of a limp. See if Andrew Tate goes to his bench. I thought I was going to see DeJuan Bader over there with Andrew Tate, but I don't. So, actually, no, wait. DeJuan Bader, I think, is sitting on the bench, so he is over there. Switch it and head it back. Big time performance so far in goal with wonderful saves has been Reed, number 13. 2-0, the Rovers on top. Very much look like a team that can make another deep run. May take a game or two for the new team assembled here, Dark Horse NC United. But I like what I've seen in them. Osai into the game now. Wicker will play it down on the ground. Little turn. Couple touches. That was Joseph Butte, number 4, in the middle of the park. As I mentioned, his brother Will played for NC State. Couple touches, trying to stay with it. There's Parker O'Farrell, who is still playing college soccer for the Tar Heels and has played some good games for the pro team with John Bradford as part of the academy players. One of the reasons why for a little bit NCFC dropped down to USL League One was to get more academy players. They're back up in the USL Championship, but now they have a guy in Finn Sundstrom who has started quite a few games coming out of that academy project. Good tackle and save the other way. So here comes Dark Horse. They need to get one. They would love to get one here. 5 minutes approximately left here in the first half. Drop back again, sent out of there, and it'll go the other way, so it'll be a goal kick. Coming all the way back to Jackson Wicker as they find themselves down in this one. Big game after this one as Raleigh Rebels FC will take on Soccer Roof. The Raleigh Rebels with a lot of flavor on their team. the TST, target score. So how does that work? Well, they play 2 20-minute halves. When they're finished with the 20-minute halves, they go to the score. So right now it's 2-0 in favor of the Reggae Rovers. So if it stays that way through this and the second half, the target score will be 3. What does that mean? The first team to get to 3 will win and pick up the 3 points. And also they'll pick up the golden fleece from Adidas, the player who scored the goal. Reggae looking to add to it, and they do. It's now 3-0. And the goal coming from the Reggae Rovers is number 15, John Paul Rockford. So John Paul Rockford has made it 3-0. Reggae Rovers on top.
Scored by number 15, John Paul Rockford. Assisted by number 25,
West Ham goal. Scored by number 98, Kevin Vega.
The score is now Reggae Rovers 3, Dark Horse NC United.
So that makes it 3-0. So as I was teaching you about target score, the target score would be 4. Reggae Rovers looking like they might want to add to their goal total. The thing about it is, you get every indication, and I think even Andrew Tate would agree, that Dark Horse NC United has a goal or two up their sleeves. They got some big boys out there as well. Johnny McNeil, a decent target. They had somebody open on the far post as well, but right now it'll come back to the Reggae Rovers, who fly around the field. Dark Horse, a bigger team. Reggae, really nice touches. This one they play long. Coming over to try to win that second ball was James Carroll, wearing number 5. Carroll in the middle of the park has it ripped, and the Rovers take it away. Good turn there from Garcia, Terrell Garcia. Now played back in again. Good ball far side as they tried to play it to Atkinson, and getting low for the save is Wicker, who's been really busy, as it's 3-0 Reggae Rovers. 2 minutes, 10 seconds left here in the first half. Boy, Reggae just play the beautiful game just like it sounds, beautifully. Really nice. You cannot hesitate as well, as they'll come in defensively and win it. This will slide all the way through as we're approaching final 90 seconds here in the first half. Played in quickly by Dark Horse, who've had their moments. So to be fair, it does not feel like a 3-0 deficit. They have showed some signs, but this Reggae team is really classy. Really good touches. This one a little bit too long and too strong. Andrew Tate, top man, heads up the recreation program for NCFC Youth, which is outstanding, does so much in the community, and then has been my broadcast partner for, I want to say, close to 5 years now. I don't know exactly how long, but it has been a treat being in the booth with him each and every time. First-class broadcaster. A little bit of mistake here, and the Reggae Rovers can pounce right now, and oh, a sitter. You cannot be more wide open than that right there, and Corbin missed a sitter. Remember that play if somehow Dark Horse can get back into the game, because I'm thinking even Aaron would have made that one, if you know what I'm talking about. All right, so that's the end of 20 minutes, and at the end of 20 minutes, lucky that it's not 4-0, but it is 3-0. The Reggae Rovers 3, Dark Horse NC United 0. We'll step aside and be back for the start of the second half. And underway here, start of the second half. We had to get some clarification. There's a couple of number changes. So Javane Bryan's wearing number 9 and Kadeem Corbin's wearing number 45. So we'll see how that affects the final scoring tally. Hopefully you saw the stats. Glad to get on with you right as the second half starts. So we got a few changes in numbers. Mel Knight also wearing number 13. Some multiple number changes for Reggae Rovers, as they've got a 3-0 lead here to start the second half. So the Rovers back out there in their white uniforms. Dark Horse in white. Touch to the middle here by Corbin. Corbin! Decent chance, as it looks like a change in goal for Dark Horse United, as well as Jacob Smith will get in there for the second half with his team down 3-0. We'll see what he can do. This was a key player a year ago for the Reggae Rovers, Benny. Couple passes, looks like a push from behind. So it'll come back to Dark Horse. Far side and out of bounds. It's 3-0. The number changes has changed around who scored the goals. And you can keep up to date on all of that by following along by going to the TST website. Here's Fisher Jr. Fisher Jr. here for the Reggae Rovers, who pretty much played a perfect first half. And I think it's worth saying again, been impressed with Dark Horse NC United. You don't always say that with a team down 3-0 at the half, but they have had times where they've looked good in possession. This is more than just a soccer match. It is a festival, TST style, that'll run all the way through Sunday, when not one but two teams will walk out with $1 million, one from the 48-team men's field and one from the 16-team women's field, up from 8 from a year ago. 3 years ago, there was a women's team that played with the 32 men's teams. Went to 48 now in back-to-back years. Reggae Rovers really starting to work it. Benny, a star a year ago, looks pretty good again. (3-0). Do have a goalkeeper change, as Jacob Smith out for the second half to play goal for Andrew Tate's Dark Horse NC United team. Reggae Rovers, gosh, just such quick touches. That one played perfectly back that time by Dwayne Muckett. Far side, middle of the park. Finds Tate Lawrence. Oh my, this one hit some paint. Unlucky for Lawrence. As Amel Knight, not Fabian Reed, it's Amel Knight, as they had the jersey change, who's been outstanding in goal for the Reggae Rovers. Here's Benny. Benny waits for you to bite. Nobody stepped in that time, so he elects to change the point of attack. They'll play it all the way over to Brown. I mean, just look how clean the Rovers play. Even with one or two players, they keep possession. This is a decent chance, and they'll take advantage of it. On the board there, Dark Horse United has scored. Wonderful job. We'll confirm the goal scorer as Knight came out. And Dark Horse United is on the board. So Kofi gets the goal. And with Kofi's goal, it's now 3-1. Great job catching Knight out. And it's now 3-1. Here come the Reggae Rovers, looking to add to it from distance. Shot way too far and deep.
And that's your game winner, folks. West Ham goal scored by number 91, Justin Stinson.
Some pressure sent out of there, and all of a sudden Dark Horse with a little bit of hope here, down just 2, 3-1. And looking good at doing it.
Coming up next, over on field number 1 at 11 a.m.
Decent work here by the Rovers, defended well. But dancing with it quite a bit there was number 15, John Paul Rockford. Can the Rovers get the one goal they've given up back? Rovers lost it for a second. They keep it. The Rovers with multiple jersey changes. They did have somebody come over at halftime to try to break down all of them. Come the Rovers again. Try to put a couple passes together, taken away. North Carolina had it for a moment. Multiple games going on. Sometimes you'll hear whistles. Those whistles a lot of times will be coming from the other field. So if you don't see a stop and play, you can make the assumption that that's exactly what happened. Matthew Wooling, number 8 for the Reggae Rovers, another one of those players that we got the number late. Javane Bryan wearing number 9, Kadem Corbin wearing number 45, and then most importantly, Amel Knight wearing 13, and 13 is the number of the goalkeeper. So coming out of the game now is Ricardo Thomas, who's had a good game for the Rovers. It's 3-1. 3-1, Rovers on top. And we have about 10 minutes left before we get to target score time. Ooh, good probing pass. Knocked out of bounds. Safety first here. As give Dark Horse credit for clawing back into this game. 3-1. If you're Andrew Tate, you are hoping that you can keep it at 3-1 or maybe even get one back here in what is less than 10 minutes remaining before we head to target score time. Rockford. The Rovers getting back defensively. Want to thank some of our sponsors here. We'll try to do it throughout the day. At Duke Sports Medicine, you can receive care from the #1 orthopedic provider. As you saw Knight right there, we want to thank Duke Health and all the great sponsors supporting the TST. Nelson called for the foul. Dark Horse United's number 25, John Conley. Played forward, finds Joseph Butte. Butte rocks it. Butte right in front. Butte, oh, denied off the line. Butte was turning. Butte thought for sure he was going to score. Joseph Butte, the son of Gary and Fane Butte, a wonderful family, big-time talent. A hard sliding tackle from behind. Referee will whistle for the corner. That's Marion Martin, who came in pretty hard. Right in front as Butte tries to crash down. Middle of the park. 3-1. Time check. 7:20 remaining. Headed back. Finds Butte in the middle of the park. Butte's been really good. Lawrence hasn't been too bad as well, wearing number 32. You've got Monahan back out there with that oven mitt on his right hand.
You are watching Reggae Rovers and Dark Horse NC United. Reggae Rovers in white, Dark Horse NC United in pink. Score is Reggae Rovers 3, Dark Horse NC United.
Reggae Rovers looking to add to their lead.
45 left to go in the second half.
Couple touches. And now Dark Horse NC United with a good chance here. Butte is on it. Needed to play it in front of Butte as he was getting ready to run right onto it. Dark Horse stays with it and they get fouled. So it's going to be a long distance shot here from Mbai, wearing the 10 jersey. Mbai looks like he's got eyes for a shot here. No, he'll keep it on the ground. Quickly played in. We're hoping for a handball. Didn't get it. Went off the shoulder of the Rovers. So quick in transition. So clean. Just like that, they get a shot off. In less than 5 seconds after the free kick opportunity for Dark Horse NC United, the Reggae Rovers get a shot off. Once again, they step in. They've got another chance to do it. Defense turning into offense effectively here for the Reggae Rovers. Great defense from Dark Horse NC United. Good chance here as they play it down to Lawrence. And the close down on Lawrence came quick. Tate Lawrence thought he had an opening, but nice job by not one but two Reggae Rovers to get back defensively in front of Knight, the goalkeeper. Shot from distance there from the Rovers will bring it back. Lawrence has made his run. He's going to come out for now. Little turnover, and that's going to cost them. Those turnovers playing out of the back, and then the celebration's pretty special. And then you also get to find out who scored the goal as they head right to the camera. Benny was involved, but the goal to make it 4-1, and the first goal of the second half will come to number 11 as Daryl Garcia has made it 4-1. Saved by Knight, long distance shot coming from Ali Al-Kwak. There'll be a corner kick here. So it's 4-1. Dark Horse still has a chance to pull one back. Decent move there by James Carroll, number 5. It's going to go out of bounds and come back to the Reggae Rovers. So now the Rovers with 3:25 remaining. See how they try to manage some of this game here. It's going to be deflected there. It'll be a corner kick, so a chance to kill some of the time as well. They elect to go short, make a run right down the near stick defensively. Dark Horse NC United was there. Dark Horse NC United. Brett Long, key part behind it. Then Andrew Tate, a man who is deeply respected within the NCFC youth program. His beautiful family, 3 young kids, put it together. And then at the last moment, Dwan Bader also joining the staff. Tate and Bader now sitting side by side on the bench, trying to figure out what they're going to do when they get to target score time. It's 4-1. Reminding you at the whistle here, which we're approaching, if it stays 4-1, it would be 4-2. Looked like a possible foul, but no whistle called on Willis. Dark Horse does well to play it out of the back. Dark Horse wants it back and takes a shot. Decent shot coming from Osai. Just under 2 minutes left here until we get to target score time. I want to thank our talented PA announcer, Aaron Preston, for his great work. Dark Horse, can they find one here in the final 2? Knight is out there just in time. Al-Kwak gives it up, shot from distance, and it's not going to challenge. One of the great opportunities coming, though, from Butte, as it looked like he had an opportunity to score like 3 times. We got 1 minute left. 1 minute. Here's Benny. This young man can play. He's got a great left foot. He can also hit it with his right foot. And Benny, really good soccer player. He's going to take a break right now. Maybe he won't have as long a stints this time around as they manage this team. But trust me, folks, this is a team that will make a deep run in the TST, trying to find that $1 million. So it was 3-1, and then a mistake out of the back, which is the worst way to give up that 4th goal. And that's where we stand right now with 15 seconds left. Target score set at 5 at the moment. The Rovers still have a chance with Nelson on it to make the target score 6 if they can make it 5-1. Final seconds here, winding down. And that is it. So on that, the whistle. So we will head to target score. The score is 4-1 in favor of the Reggae Rovers. The target score is 5. We'll be back for target score time after a short break. There are the rules. Target score is set at 5. It's 4-1. You take the leading team, you add 1. The first team to 5 wins the game. The player who scores the goal gets the golden fleece from Adidas. And here we go. In control in the white uniform, the Reggae Rovers. They had a 3-0 lead at the half, saw 1 goal given up. As we said there was going to be a goal, Dark Horse NC United certainly playing like a team that was going to get one. They got one, but then kind of a costly mistake out of the back gave the Reggae Rovers that 4th goal, and thus the target is set at 5. So what's the challenge? It's simple. The Reggae Rovers need 1. Meanwhile, Dark Horse NC United, they need 4 in a row. Now remember, if we don't find that 5th goal, every 5 minutes they take off a player and they go to 6v6, 5v5. When we're 3 minutes, every 3 minutes? Every 3 minutes. So every 3 minutes they take off a player. Nelson on the ball. So the Rovers in the white uniform just need that one lonely goal with the 4-1 lead. So 1 minute left before we take off the player. .48 teams in the men's side, 12 groups of 4. Group play commencing today. Each team will play 3 games over the course of 2 days within its group, competing against each team in its group once. Each match will result in a winning team. The top 2 teams in each group will advance to the round of 32 and compete against the advancing teams with whom they have been paired. All right, so here we go. We got a player coming off.
We are now taking one player away from each team, and we are now going down to 6 versus 6.
So 6 versus 6. 6v6. As Dark Horse NC United will take a player off, and so will the Reggae Rovers. The Reggae Rovers with a 4-1 lead. Don't forget, coming up on this field and on this stream, 10 minutes or so after this game ends, the Raleigh Rebels, a fun team to watch, will take on Soccer Roof. As the Rebels in the Roof, it should be a dynamic game, very explosive game. The Rebels play hard, and they're on the circuit. They play all over the country. They've got players that are used to putting it all on the line to try to win some cash money. How about $1 million? The word is, of our foursome here, if Aaron Preston got $1 million, what he said was he would take us 3 to breakfast. That's what we would get out of it, just so you guys know. Oh, and there's the winner. Just like that. Nice move, and it might be Benny, who was so good a year ago and so good with the celebration, as the goal coming from Che Benny. What a rock he is. So Che Benny gets the golden fleece, and the Reggae Rovers get the dancing. To me, though, if you're Dark Horse NC United, you are proud of this team, proud of the effort they gave, put together late, and they were solid. So Andrew Tate now actually spending the time to not only shake hands with his team, but also the quality of the Reggae Rovers. And there's the Adidas Golden Fleece handed to Benny. So with the fleece handed out, we'll sign off. Congratulations, though, to the Reggae Rovers. The target score was set at 5, and the Reggae Rovers win it 5-1 over Dark Horse NC United. Join us in 10 minutes or so for another big game, the Raleigh Rebels against Soccer Roof.